Hello everyone, Jesse Webb, TradersPro. Market conditions accelerating to the downside here. Should be pretty extreme at this level. We're still bearish in the bull market, and everything is extreme now. So we've got momentum to the extreme, we've got breadth to the extreme, we've got sentiment, not extreme, but where we want it. We still kind of want this to be in the complacent range versus the fear range, at least for a healthy counter trend correction like we're experiencing now. And we also have the buy-sell ratio. We've been talking about that now for the last 3 or 4 days. It's holding pretty steady right here. In fact, ticking up a little bit. That lowest level is 0.09, and then we bumped up to 0.11, 12, and that's where we're at today. Well, we went from 9 to 14, 9 to 13, and then 11, and then 12 today. So we're holding right here at this level. Even though price activity is starting to drop, we're actually seeing the number of buys. Here it's at 400. Yesterday was at 379. Day before was 438, 340. So yesterday we actually saw a few more buys, a few more stocks tick up into that buy zone. So we're seeing some support here, or some indications of some support. Let's look at S&P 500. And doesn't feel like it, but we're right at that area. This is a significant area we've talked about now for the last 3 or 4 sessions. I'm just going to widen this out just a little bit and grab this low right here, this November October low, and our entire move here now at there it is, that 416. So we slid through that 416. Really needed to hold up on that one. We'll see if we can counter trend back out of that today, or if our next stop is going to be that 403 level and get a little bit of capitulation selling, some support, and then a possible bounce. But being as extreme as we are right here, we're certainly at areas where we could see a bounce on the markets as a whole, and we'll see if that ends up getting a little bit more support to the upside. We're seeing indices still pretty negative in terms of buy-sell ratio, and that's just across the board right there. We're also looking at sectors which are really didn't have anything change. Consumer goods dropped from an uptrend back down to a downtrend, so still pretty ugly across the board. We are seeing some of the sectors that are working and starting to move. We've got utilities that are moving nicely. These 10 stocks that are up here in this utility sector, they've had a big run up, and just in this last 6-month time frame, we're seeing a handful of them that are up in the momentum zone and bouncing, finding some support off of that zone. This is GNE, and that's interesting. Some of these have been moving really powerfully, and TEO is another one starting to work its way back to the upside, and SEHN also having a breakout. So you're seeing a handful of utilities that are working really nicely right here, and could be leading the market out of this move, or some of the stocks that have started to move back up to the upside. Utility is certainly a part of that. Let's take a look at some muscle stocks in that group, see what we've got today. Still had a nice large number of stocks in this sort today, and as we talked about the last 3 or 4 days, we didn't have a lot, but we're starting to see that fill up. Again, just a quick glance to kind of see what a possible trend might be, and we're seeing, I actually saw quite a few REITs moving higher. There were a couple of others in the list. That's an issue. The real estate investment trust, that's an area that has really been hurt because of interest rates. So if we can start to see real estate investment trusts pop into the new buy list, that's going to be a good sign. We're also seeing some gold stocks that are in there, and obviously gold has been moving higher, so that's an area to be aware of. Also, let's take a look at these top 3 or 4. We've got OMLA, which is back up into the new buy signal. It's up back up in the momentum zone. It dipped down to that 382 and found some support. Also moved from a sell back to a buy. It's got some resistance still here. You can see all of those topping tail bars right here. There's a bunch of them. So we're right up in that resistance area. If it could break out of that, that actually would be pretty significant for this stock. And let me get this sort. OMLA, FTI. FTI Oil and Energy, seeing a nice pop on that one. Let me just refresh for you, and you can see the breakout. This one actually is holding above, it closed above the high, and it's got really nice fundamentals here for an oil stock. A lot of times you don't see that in oil, but the earnings now of a higher oil price is starting to show up in these stocks. So as they're reporting earnings based on a higher oil price, obviously they're gonna be more profitable, and that oil price stays higher, you're going to see more and more of these stocks that are getting better and better earnings. This is a nice one right here. Nice trend profile in the upper range, breaking out, bounce off of the support area. We'll see if we get some follow through on FTI. SPOK, not a great looking bar where you have that really hard fade into the close, meaning that it opened here, rallied all the way up, came all the way back down. Not surprising based on the market yesterday, but it tried. It's trying. So some of these stocks that the market can stabilize, some of these stocks that want to go higher certainly could from here. ANIP will top out the top list with ANIP. This is actually a nice looking stock as well. A little bit deeper retracement, but bumping up into that momentum zone. That'll do it for today's update. If you don't have full access to the site and software, you can sign up with the link below, and we look forward to having you. Have a great day today.